Hey there, Heather Ho there, Chip Cutter Dog. Welcome you to another In the Pocket Bowling video about the 1991 team matchup. We are down to the final 16. We had four matches done in the first video of the round of 16. Moser beating Pete Weber in a shocker with a 222. Still Smith upsets Parker Bone with a 247. Gargoyle beats Forco with a 268. And Ray Williams on the last frame avoided trouble as Solons made a gigantic boo boo. Harry Solons did. So we are going to the last four round of 16 matches. Our first one is Wayne Webb versus Dal Ballard. Two pretty good players. So Wayne Webb goes first and throws a 3-3-4. That's a 10. That's a K. Ballard throws a 3-6-2. That's 11. That's a strike as well. Second frame throws a 3-6-6. That's 15. That's a K. Wayne Webb throws a 1-5-5. That is a 11. Normally, that would be perfect, but prefer fives back 2 frames, but that obviously means back before frame 1, so they give him a 6, a 1, and a 5. Third frame, he throws a 2-2-5 for a spare. Wayne Webb with a 204 beat Shady. That's the guy's name. And Ballard with a 257 beat Lawrence. Ballard throws. It's a 5-4-3-2-1. Boom. That's a turkey gobble gobble. Fourth frame. He throws triple fours. That's not good. Three of a kind. If it was 4-4-5 or 4-4-3, that's a strike. But three of a kind means he spares. Webb throws a 2-3-4, 5-6-7-8, and that's a spare. On 5, he throws a 2-3-1. That's it. Open frame. Ballard throws a 2-2-6. That is 10. On 6, he throws a 5-3-3. Wayne Webb throws a 5-6-5. That's 16. That's a pair of fives back 2 frames to where the fourth frame score, and that's a spare. On 7, he throws a 4-1-3. That's 8. So 8 pins and then a spare. On 7, Ballard throws a 4-2-5. That's another strike. So Ballard looking pretty impressive. On 8, a 1-3-5. That's a 9. That's not going to be a strike. Webb throws 3-4-6. That's a strike. On 9, he throws a 4-4-5. That's 13. That's a strike. Ballard throws a 4-6-5 for 15. That's a strike. So it looks like Webb's done for. Webb goes first and can't do anything about it. He'll throw a 178, a pathetic 178. So Ballard will win this match. Guaranteed. Strike 7, but he knows it. He knows it. And then he makes the spare for 244. Remember, scores are important because it determines for 1 to 8 who your next opponent will be. So he throws a 244, crushes Wayne Webb and Divine Powder, and we'll move on. Let's head to the next match. That will be Westlake. Why does it Westlake? Oh, there he is, Tony Westlake. He will face Branham. Oh, George Branham the third. So it's Westlake with a 215 versus the righty George Branham the third. But wearing glasses. That's kind of cool. Westlake throws a 1-1-6. That's terrible. That's 8, and that's an open frame. A 6-1-1. If he threw another combination of 8, that would be a spare. Branham throws a 6-6-5, and somebody said, fuck this. And I'm like, why? Well, sorry about that. YouTube is not too pleased. And neither am I. My apologies. Let's try again. We'll have to quick play it because my apologies to everyone. Brandon was looking pretty good. Yeah, I feel terrible. Yeah, and then he threw a spare on 4. Throws a 5-1-5. That's an open frame. Westlake throws a 6-1-5. So I got to add some points here. Strike in 9 is 19, right? Yeah. So I only add 2 points to Branham's score. Westlake Throws a 4-6, so that's a strike. Branham throws a 5-4. That's a strike. On 6, he throws a strike. Westlake throws that one. Then 8. I didn't anticipate this game being a biatch. Branham throws a 197. I think Westlake will be okay. 201. It is 219 to 197. So we'll have to have a rematch. Well, if Westlake, yeah, we're going to have to have a rematch here. I did not like that one bit. Yeah, Westlake's supposed to throw. Yeah, Westlake's supposed to throw at least one open frame. If he throws an open frame, then it's believable. Yeah, we got runtime errored. It wasn't fair because Westlake open frame. If he didn't throw an open frame, 201 200. Should I accept it? He did throw 3 straight strikes. I think I'll take it. You know what? Yeah, you know what? 201's a low score to win. 201 200. So yeah, I'll take Westlake 201. Yeah, he would have beat Branham 201 200. Yeah, if it was a blowout, I wouldn't take it. But okay, Couch and Palumbi next. I feel like Jason Couch was a guy from the 2000s, but that's not Ron Palumbi. So Jason Couch with a 214 against Ron Palumbi a 213. Well, Couch is a lefty, which is unusual. Couch throws a 1-2-3. That's a 6. That's a spare. Palumbi throws a 6-3-2 and a strike. Did I talk about Westlake in his win? Westlake took care of Bayer and Branham took care of Traber. Well, anyway, this one, Couch, his match was against Wiseman, and he won. Palumbi beat Kaufman. Palumbi throws a spare. 1-3-5. That's a 9. Couch throws a strike. 6-3-3. That's 12. Third rate. 2-4-5. That's 11. That's a strike. Palumbi. 2-6-6. So the pair of sixes back one frame. Palumbi throws a 6-2-1 or 9. Couch throws a 1-3-1. Ooh, that's a good hockey defense. Couch throws a 3-3-4. That's a 10. That's a K. Palumbi throws a 2-6-4. That's 12. That's a strike. Couch up by 9. Palumbi throws a 6-3-3. That's 12. That's a strike. Couch throws a 4-2-1. That's a spare. 107-5. And then a 5-2-6. That's 13. And that's a strike. Palumbi throws a 2-5-5. So back 2 frames. That's a strike. So on 8. There's a 5-3-5. Back 2 frames. So 4 straight strikes. That's helpful to Palumbi. Couch throws a 4-4-3. That's 11. That's a strike himself. Palumbi up by 11 on 9. He throws a 4-6-2. That's a 12. Palumbi throws a 4-1-4. A spare. I think they'll let Couch go. Couch will throw a 3-1-5. He can't. He'll 2-6-3-9. The last ball is a 7. 2-23. Palumbi has a chance. Palumbi throws a 4-6-4. That's a strike. And that's 10 points guaranteed. So all he needs is 7 points. Well, he wins. Coach throws a 2-23, but it'll be TLTL. Palumbi will throw the last ball. That's a strike. He turkeys his way out for a 237. So Palumbi throws a 237. Lots of strikes. He throws 8 of them. He did 7 of the last 8 frames were strikes. So Palumbi comes roaring through. Couch just couldn't finish off. One more match, please. And that will be Monticelli and Arnold. Monticelli, who beat his opponent Husted with a 225, and Arnold, who beat his opponent, Edwards with a 234. So it's Alberto Monticelli, 218 versus Dave Arnold, 213. Monticelli throws, and it's going to be 3-3-2. That's 8. That's a spare. Arnold throws a 2-4-1. That's a 7. That's a spare as well. On 2, he throws a 1-5-1. Bad luck for him. A 5-1-1 is an open frame. Otherwise, it was a spare. Fuck. 1-5-5. That's a spare. Back 2 frames. Well, that'd be the first one, right, Mom? And then he throws triple twos, 3 of a kind. Well, that's good for him. That's a strike. Arnold does not want to throw 3 of a kind. He throws a 10. That's okay. Hey, Mom. On 4, he throws a 3-2-1. Boom. That's a strike. Yeah. Out of 6, he throws a strike unless it's a 4-1-1. Monticelli throws a 2-5-1. That's a spare. On 5, he throws a 5-1-2. That's a spare. Arnold throws a 1-6-2. That's a spare. So they both are at 75 through 4. On 6, Arnold throws a K. Monticelli throws a K as well. Both are at 95. On 7, odd an open frame of 1-1-3. Arnold throws a 1-2-5. That's a spare. On 8, he throws a 3-1-1. That's an open frame. Monticelli could come back. 1-3-3. That's a 7. Does he have a lot of balls? That's a strike. That's a 143 through 8. Arnold throws a 2-3-5. That's a strike. And because he's trailing after 9, they'll let him go first. Arnold throws a 5-5-3. That's a spare. That's an open frame. 169. Well, Monticelli just has to keep it clean. He does, and I think that's it. Monticelli's going to move on. Arnold cannot believe his fucking luck. 10-8. Here we go. He throws a 6-4-1, another strike, and then a 2-5, another strike, 2 boots. So a 203. Not a good score for Monticelli. But a 203 is good enough to beat Dave Arnold, who had terrible open frame, especially on 10. Well, Monticelli threw 4 straight strikes. So that means, well, who got the lowest? Westlake with a 201, surprisingly. So Westlake with 201, then Monticelli. Then a 222 for Moser. So he'll be in matchup 3. Matchup 4 will be R. Williams, not Walter Ray Williams, but the other Williams. And then, well, Gable threw a 268. So it's Westlake versus Gable. Steel Smith next with a 247. So he'll face Monticelli. And Ballard will face Moser. That's going to be a good matchup, I think. And Palumbi will face R. Williams in the next round. So we have our quarterfinals set in stone for the 1991 season. So let's see what happens. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.